How y'all doing? This Pitcher Man RB and this Nerf, so Retro TV 91, and this time we're reviewing Smallville Season 3, Episode 5. What happens on this week's episode, Perry White comes to Smallville because he's doing a story on the meteorites, and he's drunk and he's at this bar and he gets kicked out, and then he goes and tries to find a story about the meteorites, and he runs into Clark, and the reason he runs into Clark because he's drinking and driving, and Clark is losing his powers because of the solar flare that happened with this meteorite hitting the sun, and all these solar flares have happened, and his powers are jumping in and out. And he's running to meet with Pete, and his speed stops, and he almost gets hit by Perry White, and Perry White maneuvers out of the way so he don't hit him, and he hits a electrical pole, and Clark uses powers to get Perry White out of this, and Perry White sees him do this. And then whenever he gets out of the hospital, he finds Clark and tells Clark what he did. And he tells Jonathan Kent that he'll be out of their hair if Clark drives him around for a couple of days because of collateral for missing Clark and not hitting him. So Clark's taking him around, and he takes him to Lana's place, and Perry White tries to get a story from Lana and brings back old memories. And she gets upset. Him and Clark leave, and then he takes Perry White to see Chloe, and he ravels Chloe's feathers too, saying all her stories ain't true or whatever, and he gives her his business card to Chloe, and Chloe says, "You're the Perry White," because at this point Perry White's just been a journalist. He isn't the boss of the Daily Planet yet, and he's not a journalist now. He's kind of in this X-Files type TV show because he tried to do a story on Lionel Luthor, and Lionel Luthor threatened him, and Perry White hasn't been a journalist since. And Lex finds out that Perry White's in town because Lana tells him, and Lex tells Perry White to get out because Lex has a history with Perry White because Perry White tried to gang up on Lex to get information about Lionel. And he takes him to the bus stop, and at this time Clark is helping his dad with the tractor and uses his powers, but he loses control of it and throws the tractor to where Perry White is, and he uses super speed to get the tractor. Perry White sees him. So now this just makes Perry White even more interested in Clark. And Perry White goes to Lana and tells her that he'll leave town if she'll take him to the bus stop. And he fakes being sick, and they go to this canyon, and he's on the top of it, and tells Lana to call Clark or he's going to jump off and kill himself. Well, Clark ain't got his powers right now, so Pete has to drive Clark there, and Perry White jumps off, and Clark tries to stop him, and Perry White had a bungee cord tied to his ankle, and Clark and Perry White are dangling from this bungee cord, and Clark has no power, so he can't save himself. So Pete gets a rope and ties it to his car and pulls it down to Clark. Clark grabs on, and Perry White grabs on Clark after the bungee cord rips. And right now Clark doesn't have his power, so he's tearing up his hands, and when they get to the top, Perry White sees this. Perry White knows that he was wrong, and he tells Clark at the end of the episode that if he's ever in Metropolis to look him up because Perry White's going to start working for the Daily Planet now, and this is going to be how Clark Kent starts working for the Daily Planet whenever Perry White takes over. That's all that really happened on this week's episode. My question for you is, now that we've met Perry White, what's going to happen with it? As always, it's Pitcher Man. I'll be signing out. Guys, GG's also. It's been the episode of TV 91. See you on next time.